All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Time for a truth bomb. Time for a truth bomb. Time for us to gather together and really say it out how things are. And not holding back, actually expressing exactly how we feel about the situation. No dilly-dallying, no sugarcoating. Assessing what has transpired this season so far and actually laying the smackdown. Because this decline, this dramatic decline of our football club, where we can't even buy a win anymore. We literally cannot buy. We literally cannot buy a win anymore. We can't even draw. This team that we have right now is crazy. The amount of money we've spent, it's crazy amount of talent that we have. But the DNA of this football club has disintegrated. The fabric that it's been made of winning trophies, winning titles, glory days, success is all gone. It is all evaporated. Any man, dog, cat can come and challenge us now and take us to the cleaners. We're going to talk heavily about the ownership because these owners, I think we have to be absolutely honest, as great business people they might be, and as great stuff that they might have done for us so far in the likes of, buying all these new players and looking into stadium redevelopment, which I think is going to be very difficult anyway. Looking into bringing new sponsorship, this, that, the other. I think it's safe to say they actually do not know how to run a football club. More importantly, these owners actually don't even know what Chelsea Football Club is all about. I kid you not. Ladies and gentlemen, nearly 100 of you guys are live after 2 minutes and 50 seconds. These owners, I don't think they understand what Chelsea Football Club is all about. I honestly don't think so. As I keep repeating, and I've said it many times, thank you for the players you've brought in. Thank you. Great, talented players. No problems. But when it comes to the managerial situation, you've actually got no idea. Let's be honest. Can we agree on that? Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. Look at the bright side, Miz. We're actually witnessing something historic. Never in my life did I expect to witness the worst Chelsea in my lifetime. The worst. And then we still have some people in the live chat saying, oh no, here comes the flip-flop. To those people, kindly get out of this stream. If you're on your phone, switch it off. If you're on your laptop, proceed towards the shutdown button and get the hell out of here. I do not have any room for you here. This is not for you. This is for serious people that are actually going to care about the football club. This is for serious people. Okay? This is no time to be, oh no, here comes the flip-flop. Proceed to leave the channel. Press the unsubscribe button on the way out. Do not like the video. And definitely do not hit the bell notification, because I don't want you to be in touch with any of my content. Get your blue flag and keep waving it around like a nonce. Do you understand? It's fans like you that has dropped the standards of this football club. Do you understand? Do you understand? We are at a predicament where some people are actually genuinely worried that we may get relegated. I didn't even think about that. I was thinking, nah, you know what? No, no way. No way. No way. Relegated? Nah, you're kidding. You're having a laugh. But then I'm looking at the fixture and I'm going, where's that 1 point coming from? 40 points. We're on 39 points. We've been on this 30, between 30 to 40. We've been here a long time. Where's that 1 point coming from? Can you imagine? We, Chelsea Football Club, I get it. We've not been competing for the we've not been competing for the Premier League for a long time. I understand that. But we were never in this predicament, in this disgusting state of affairs that we find ourselves in now. Where week in, week out, we just present ourselves to get our backsides whooped by every team out there. We rock up on the weekend, we bend over backwards, and we tell the opposition, smack the living daylights out of me now. These owners need to, before anything, before you even select the manager, get the history books out, Mr. Top Boehly and Eghbali. Understand the history of Chelsea Football Club, specifically during the Roman era, which has propelled us to the greats of European status, to the greats of the Premier League status, where teams actually respected us and feared us. Now teams think we are a Mickey Mouse. You need to stop demeaning, you need to stop making fun and mockery of the Roman era. These owners have come in and we don't want to operate anything like the previous owners. We want to be different. We want to be very efficient. We want to be data-driven. You want to be data-driven. How about you be picking up 3 points driven? Picking up 3 points driven. How about that? You want to be all about data. Someone here is trying to tell me, Miz, you're too young to remember old second division. Of course I'm too young to remember that. I don't want to remember that. "20 years is a decent amount of time. Last 20 years, we built something. We should be thankful to Roman Abramovich for being the owner that he was. Never, ever did Roman Abramovich deviated away from winning. Yeah, we haven't won in the Premier League. I understand that. But he never made us this poor. This poor. Yeah, we finished low a few times. We finished 6th, 10th. We always managed to bounce back. We always managed to bounce back. Even in the most difficult times, we somehow end up winning the Champions League. Even in the most difficult moments. Our owners, before anything, I personally believe our owners need to understand what Chelsea Football Club is all about. Our owners need to understand what Chelsea fans are all about. The fans demand success. No one asks for immediate success. No, don't get that twisted one bit. Don't throw it around and say, oh, did you expect us to win the title this year? No one expected that. But you best believe no one expected 39 points after God knows how many matches we've played. I think 29 or 30 matches, I think we played 30 matches. understand the club and what it's all about. There's a reason why why they call us top 6 club. You're meant to be in the top 6 minimum. And you need to understand the fans. Now you've thrown us into this vibes era. Vibes. Get serious. Wake up and get serious. Okay? Enough with the clownery, enough with the mockery. You got rid of Thomas Tuchel. You should not have, just because you can't get along, just because he didn't message you back in WhatsApp. He left you on red. He left you on blue tick and did not reply back to you. You need to understand how football works. You need to understand how elite managers operate. Don't annoy them. Don't piss them off. Fine, you got rid of an elite manager without even giving it an effort. Because you thought you knew how to run a football club. You're a businessman. You know how to run a football club. You want your manager to collaborate. You don't want to pick up 3 points. You don't want to train and develop. You want your manager to be talking with you, going to restaurants with you, having coffee at a cafe, this, that, the other. Then you bring in a mediocre manager. And then you take so long to get rid of him. And now, the first time when you get an opportunity to do the right thing, you go to appease the fans with vibes and aura. Get serious. Get serious. Time to get serious. Do you understand? Alan, thank you so much for the super chat. It's going to be hilarious when Nagelsmann decides to replace Carlo, who goes to Brazil at Madrid, and Enrique chose PSG. Then what? We're screwed. Nah, 100. These owners, these managers, potential managers, will look very soon and be like, do I actually want to manage there? Do I actually want to manage there? And now all of this is feeding onto the players. The players are not serious anymore. Let's be honest. The players are a situation where they're like, this circus has been running at Chelsea Football Club for so long. Even they don't care. They have embraced losses week after. I can't believe some of these players. Like, have some shame, man. Have some shame. At least play for your own dignity. At least play for your own dignity. How you go home seeing your family week in, week out like a loser? Every week you're a loser. You're having to tell your family, your wife, your kids, your mom and dad, your friends, I've just come home, honey, and I've lost again. Have some shame, man. Right now, at least play for yourself. If you can't play for the manager, you can't play for the club, at least play for yourself, man. Have some pride to yourself. Going around there losing to Wolves, losing to Aston Villa, drawing to Everton. Have some shame. What are we going to do, man? People talk about, oh, this squad is so bad. Do you understand? We spent 600 million. Massive alert. Massive alert. We've spent 600 million on this squad, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. And there's people still screaming for more money to be splashed. We need a striker. We need a DM. We need a goalkeeper. We need this, that, the other. No, we need to bring back our DNA, number one. We need these players to understand. I'm going to share a clip from Frank Lampard. Look, Frank's out of his depth. I knew that from the get-go anyway, so I'm not having a go at him. I'm having a go at the owners selecting for vibes. But Frank did say something very, very important post-match. This is why I wanted Frank Lampard to be a pundit, because the guy knows. He's not a manager. He's a pundit. He knows what he's talking about. Frank said, these players need to understand what it means to play for the badge. These players don't play for the badge, man. They've seen too much of this mockery and this shenanigans. And they've accepted it. They've really accepted it. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. As well intentioned as Boehly has been, almost every decision he's made since taking over has been awful, and Lampard's appointment is a clear indicator he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. Yeah. One time they get an opportunity to actually do something right, they mess that up as well. They mess that up as well. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat. I'll never address Havertz by name ever again. I'll call him a donkey. His arrogant attitude makes him seem like a stallion when he's just a jack. Yeah. Havertz is one clear example who don't care about Chelsea Football Club. He don't. He don't care. He don't play for the badge. He don't even play for himself. Havertz playing for just passing time. Havertz is bored during the weekend. Kai Havertz gets bored during the weekend, so he rocks up and plays football. Yeah, Jules, you're right. Jules, you're right. The players are not bad. This happens if you have a bad manager. This happens when your club is run like an idiot. Our club is run like it's not serious. I kept saying, we're not a serious football club. This happens to players when the club is not serious. No, honestly, 265 people live right now. First of all, take the moment, everyone, pause, take the moment, smash the like button, please. That's 265 people. Let's get to 200 likes immediately. Let's get to 200 likes. Easy. All right, it's going to be an exciting conversation we're going to have, okay? We're going to try and pull out as many comments as I can. I'm going to try and go to some of the tweets as well, some latest tweets that's been out. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Let's get those likes up to well over 200 immediately. Well, more than 250 people. And secondly, if you're here for the first time, let's hit that subscribe button. Let's hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the channel. All right? Come back to this point. The players are not bad. This happens if you have a bad manager. Put yourself, nearly 270 of you guys are live right now. Put yourself in a situation where you're the player. Imagine each and every one of you 270 people are the players of Chelsea Football Club. Yeah? Well, we'll talk about the mentality monster very soon. Don't worry. I don't know. That guy must be a Fugazi signing. I don't know if he even exists. Each and every one of you guys, imagine you are a Chelsea football player right now. You see everything that has transpired in front of you. Thomas Tuchel sacked. Graham Potter, that you didn't appreciate it, got elected in. Then sacked, took too long. Then when we were meant to get a serious manager, Frank Lampard comes in. When some of these players were directly responsible of getting Frank Lampard sacked the first time around. The first time around, there was a lot of these players were around. And they let Frank down back then. And they're still here. And Frank has come back the second time. What makes you think these players, imagine you guys were the players. What makes you think that now you're going to fight for the club? You see all of this stuff that's happening around you, and it's an absolutely foolery. What makes you think that you're actually going to fight for the football club? Because you're part of the circus as well. You're one of the main events. You see, the club is a circus. You're part of the circus as well. You're the main event of the circus. This is why the players can't be serious. This is why now the players, they rock up every week and they can't even beat a Liverpool team that is actually worse than us. That Liverpool game, by the way, Bruno Saltor, one thing I'll give to Bruno Saltor, at least he managed to produce a lot more, opportunities, because against Liverpool we should have won. And we didn't even get that bounce from Frank Lampard, the first game bounce that I was so hoping. I honestly thought we were going to get 3 points against Wolves, because players are going to be bouncing. We're going to be bouncing and the vibe will be there. Even that wasn't there. Serious problem. Mentality problem. Let's talk about the mentality monster. It is a mentality problem. It's a mentality problem from top to bottom. It is a mentality problem from the owners to the managers to the players. And to certain fans as well. There are some fans that actually embracing this because they believe you have to go through this pain to get success down the track. No, you don't. No, you don't. Not this level of pain. This level of pain is disastrous, is detrimental to your cause. This level of pain changes the complexion of your DNA. This level of pain changes you as a person. You're no longer, as Jose Mourinho said, when top clubs starts appreciating losses because they played well, you're not a top club anymore. You're not a top club anymore. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat. These players are like disgruntled employees at a convenience store, putting in the bare minimum and showing up to the training sessions for a paycheck. Bang on. Bang on. Bang, 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 bang on. Let's check out some of the latest tweets. You're going to laugh at this, ladies and gentlemen. You're actually going to laugh at these owners. You really will. Get ready to laugh. Nearly 300 of you guys are live right now. Smash the like button. Let's get those likes up. I want to hit 300 likes if we can possible. Let's do it together. Sources close to Chelsea executives. Sources close to Chelsea executives. It's a effing mess. Of course it is. No one is pretending this was the plan. No one is pretending this was the plan. Boehly and Eghbali came into their new sporting franchise convinced that it was better to get a coach on the way up. They were convinced that it was better to get a coach on the way up, like we are some sort of a rookie club. We need a manager on the way up. We're an elite institution needing an elite manager. Then a more experienced hand who had been spat out by rivals. Now they acknowledge it may be better to take a coach who has been there and done it. Like, these guys are learning on the job. They've got a multi-billion-dollar club. They've got a nearly $3 billion club. $3 billion club like Chelsea Football Club. And they're learning on the job. They're actually doing work experience in the job in a $3 billion club. They thought they can just get an up-and-coming youngster, a youth academy product, when compared to managerial situation. They thought they can get an up-and-coming manager and just fit that person in Chelsea Football Club. With all due respect, all the great stuff that Graham Potter was doing at Brighton, no problems, and in his career so far. But to come to Chelsea Football Club and the magnitude of the club it is and the magnitude of the project, come on, man. This ain't for some up-and-coming coach. This is for an experienced, someone who's well-rounded and then someone who's been there and done that. No problems. You made a mistake, but then you prolonged with the mistake. You prolonged. You prolonged when you're meant to be ruthless business people when you've seen that this wasn't working out long before. Long before you should have pulled the plug. And look at this, you're going to laugh at this even more. It's felt that Lampard was harshly sacked before, and only a Champions League triumph would give him the chance to coach next season. Lampard was harshly sacked before. If these owners were the owners back then, you best believe we don't win our Champions League number 2. We don't win our second Champions League. And 100% Frank Lampard gets us to 16th, 17th in the Premier League. We finished 16th, 17th. Because of Roman, because how ruthless Roman is, because he understands what it actually means to be Chelsea Football Club. You cannot prolong the kind of form that Frank Lampard was showing in the month of December, in the month of January. You cannot accept that. But these owners would have kept him in. These owners would have kept him in even after that brutalization against Man City, against Leicester, and many other teams along the way just before Frank Lampard got sacked. They would have allowed for that circus show to continue. But no, Roman actually came in, made a swift decision. People talk about, let the owners take their time, man. It's so difficult. It's difficult. You don't know who to choose. It's so difficult. They don't know who to pick. Let them take their time. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that you don't even know. You know what you want. You don't know what you want. Roman knew exactly what he wanted. Roman wanted a winner. Roman went out there, got Thomas Tuchel, saw that Thomas Tuchel almost won the Champions League, brought him in at Chelsea Football Club immediately. We went for 9th and we finished 3rd or 4th, I think, something like that. And we ended up winning the Champions League with a bang. And these guys talking about Lampard was harshly sacked before. Lampard was harshly sacked before. What about Thomas Tuchel? Lampard was harshly sacked before. What about the fact that you sacked Thomas Tuchel when you did not read the room? You did not. Did you not see how connected majority of the... I understand there were a lot of fans. There were certain parts of the fans that didn't appreciate Thomas Tuchel. I understand that. But majority of the fans did not want Thomas Tuchel to go when he went. Yes, the result needed to improve. Can you imagine? Without Thomas Tuchel gave us at least 10 points before he got sacked, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine? Take away those 10 points. We're on 29 points right now. We are smack bang in relegation battle. Without Thomas Tuchel's 10 points, I think we get relegated. I think Thomas Tuchel had 3 wins, 2 draws, something like that, before he got sacked. 10 points. These owners talking about Lampard harshly being sacked. They don't even realize that they sacked Thomas Tuchel, but they didn't even read the room properly. They talk about, doing things for the fans. Majority of the fans, they don't want Thomas Tuchel to go. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. I was listening to Brighton CEO on PLTV the other day. It's truly an amazing business model they have. Boehly looked at them and thought it would be as simple as getting Potter from them. Do you know what? As crazy as this super chat seems, it's true though. I'm pretty sure Boehly saw, I'll just copy, Control C, Control P. Control V, sorry. Control C, Control V. Copy and paste. Wake up. New owners, wake up and understand immediately. Quick. You're learning on the job, you'll learn quicker. Because you're taking Chelsea Football Club. I'll tell you what's going to... This is what I was fearing. This is why I wanted a serious manager to come in right now. Our preseason, it's already looking like it's going to be a disaster. unless something immediate, unless we actually make the right decisions quick. This is why I wanted a serious manager to come in now, or maybe a couple of games later, take the remaining parts of the season, assess everything. Players will at least start feeling serious again. None of these vibes and aura and all of this BS. Players will actually take the situation seriously, that a serious manager has come in, whether it's Nagelsmann, whether it's Luis Enrique, whoever it is, they'll feel the seriousness, right? The new manager would have understood what needs to happen in the preseason. And from day one, as soon as the season ends, he would have started to get rid of all the players that needs to get rid of, and he would have started focusing on the players that needs to stay. And he would have started to program out the preseason. Now you know what's going to happen? Frank Lampard is here till the end of the season. No problems. You guys, you guys, a lot of you guys wanted Frank Lampard for the bounce, for the vibe. You got your bounce and the vibe and the feel-good factor against Wolves. More to come against Real Madrid, the feel-good factor. Best believe. Stay tuned. No problems. We got Frank Lampard till the end of the season. But then, are we actually gonna have a new manager ready, pre-signed, before Lampard leaves, so that this new manager can actually start from day one as soon as the season finishes? I don't know. I'm hoping, because it needs to be that. It needs to be. As soon as the season finishes, I need Frank Lampard to pick up his bags, pack it up nice and clean. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time and effort. I hope you get another job. I don't know. I'm pretty certain Frank took this particular opportunity to build up a little bit of a head start for his next job, next role. If Frank does well here, he'll get a gig. Premier League clubs will be after him. Consequently, if he does poor, then good luck to the managerial side of things. But anyway, new manager. If the new manager is not ready by the end of this season, the new manager will get smack bang thrown into the preseason. Whole heap of players coming back. Romelu Lukaku, Ethan Ampadu, this, that, the other. And then you have to get rid of all these other players as well. You take all of these people. To preseason. And then the preseason is a bit of a mess. Because you want to give everyone a clean slate. We cannot have next season. We cannot have a laissez-faire. We cannot have an unserious. We cannot have a nonsense season next season. We cannot. We have to be serious from day one. Chelsea Football Club cannot have another diabolical season the way we are having right now. And I don't even know where this season is actually going to end. For some reason I thought, no way. It's embarrassing to even think that our 40 points, it's really embarrassing. But that seems to be the target. I thought, no way. No, we're not going to be in that relegation conversation. No way. We're going to pick up somewhere. I was actually even thinking we might even get Europa League position. I say goodbye to that. No Europe. Don't even worry about Conference League. I wouldn't even mind Conference League, because we're going to have quite a big squad. Minutes need to be given to players before players start getting disgruntled. Before Matt Law starts typing away those articles, this player is unhappy. That player is unhappy. We have to We have to get serious, and it all starts from the ownership. It all starts from the ownership, or else next season will be a shambolic scenario as well, where everyone will have all the excuses ready. Everyone will have all the excuses ready. Like, for example, Faisal already has excuses ready for next season. We're not even up to next season. Faisal is one of those fans. He's got a notepad and he's writing down all the excuses nice and neatly. Excuses number 1, number 2, number 3. He's there. He's excuses FC. He's there for the excuses. So that every time we flop, he'll show the excuse. Here, excuse number 1, excuse number 2, excuse number 3. Faisal, DM me on Twitter or DM me on Instagram all the different excuses you got lined up. I want to know. I want to have them saved in my memory. Yeah? And to all of those people in the live chat that want to have all these excuses, let me know. They'll come in handy for next season. They'll come in handy. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. We're getting Liverpool, Arsenal watch along. I think we might. I might do that. I think it might be a good one to do. So do look out for that. I mean, we can't really celebrate our football club. Might as well hope that Arsenal demise. We can celebrate the Arsenal demise, hoping for a Liverpool victory at Anfield. This is Anfield. Top Dog RLG, thank you so much for the super chat. I thought TT had done something abhorrent BTS to get sacked, but Boehly wants his chubby fingers in every pie until chubby fingers in every pie. I won't buy a restaurant and tell a Michelin star chef how to cook. No, you're right, man. Check this out. The decision to sack Potter is said to have been stressful. Imagine asking Roman, hey Roman, how'd you feel when you were sacking managers? Did it feel stressful to you? Did you feel sad? Or did winning the trophies after that make you feel better? How did you feel, Roman? Tell us, Roman. And here we are, owners. Here we have owners who feel stressful to sack a manager who has been the worst manager for Chelsea in Chelsea history. They felt stressful because he was such a good colleague. Graham, you're such a good colleague. Your smile is beautiful, Potter. Graham Potter, you have a lovely smile. I like the way you talk. I like how you always nod yes to whatever I say. Sit down, yes. Get up, yes. Turn around. Do the roly-poly, yes. Yes. They didn't like him because of at least trying to win. Because he was such a good colleague. It's not about the journey. It's about the company. It's about the friends. It's about the friends that we made. It's not about the journey. It's about the friends that we made along the way. Wake up. Wake up, Chelsea owners. Enough with the mockery. Enough with the foolery. Enough with this. We like the good colleagues. Wake up. Okay? Wake up. Enough. You've turned this managerial situation into a joke, into a stand-up comedy where I am not laughing anymore. It was funny for a little bit. I'm not laughing anymore. Okay? Time to get serious. The two easiest players for Chelsea to sell are Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher. Chelsea insists that this isn't a retreat from their commitment to the academy. Honestly, first of all, How's Conor Gallagher a Chelsea level player? Don't even know what he does. Cardio session every single time. I can't believe Frank Lampard even selected him. It's mad. These English managers, they love these type of players, and they love it. They love it. Run, commitment, passion. Run, commitment, passion, desire. Run, commitment, passion, desire. No footballing IQ though. Zero. Mason Mount is injured at the moment. I'd actually rather have Mason instead of Conor Gallagher, honestly. As he provides some sort of impetus. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just... This interview from Frank Lampard was actually... Some parts were alright. Obviously not everything. Not all the parts, but I want to share some parts with you guys before we wrap things up. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Well over 300 people. We better have 300 likes. Let's get to 300 likes. Let's check this out.
We cannot be too low after this. We just have to take some of the
Start
things
from
that we
the
can
top.
improve on.
Frank, reflections on today, mate?
I'm disappointed to lose my first game back. Thought we lacked a bit of aggression in our game. And we come to a team that are fighting. You know, they were fighting hard today. They're near the bottom of the table. They want the points, as everybody does. And I wanted more from us. I said that at half-time to the lads. It's the baseline in the Premier League. And I think they upped it a bit in terms of urgency in the second half and these things. You have to match their urgency. There's something for me to see there in those terms. Players are good lads there. They want to win games, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you have to understand what are the baselines to win matches. And today we didn't quite make that.
You mentioned before the game about, you know the squad, you know a lot of the players, you've seen a lot, you know the quality of what's within the dressing room. Is today another opportunity for you to see that firsthand before obviously a massive game midweek?
Yeah, I need to see the players, and sense the group. Because, I view it from the outside. Everyone knows how I would always be watching Chelsea. But when you get into Cobham and get into match day, then you see the match day side of the play. And so we've had a couple of days. We've seen a lot, learned a lot in a short time, but there's a lot to do. There's a lot of work to do. And there's also a huge Champions League quarter-final coming up, and this will not have a major relevance in terms of we'll review. We want to be better and learn some things from today. It's a completely different game on Wednesday, and it will be another game on Brighton. So I want to help this club move on in the league in this period. I want to help us try and beat a fantastic team in Madrid. We cannot be too low after this. We just have to take some of the things that we can improve on and improve on them quickly.
As a player, you've been in countless massive games. As a manager, you've been in massive games as well. How does that change in terms of the preparation as a player and a manager? How do you prepare for it?
It's just a beautiful thing because it just lifts you up even more. I've had those traveling, playing in huge stadiums in Champions League, Cup finals, blah, 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 managing in them. And they take you to another place. So the players have to be ready for that and use it as a big positive and get excited by it and be really focused. I certainly will be.
Chelsea, obviously, a massive family. Fan base today give you a massive reception as expected. How nice is it to hear them singing your name again?
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, listen, it's my club. What happened in my career here and coaching, managing here before, coming back again, it's a special thing for me. And to hear them and see them was great. I'm disappointed I couldn't give them the result that they wanted to take home. I understand that the work that's going to go in from my part, from the staff and the players. Some players have come in this year. And you have to give them a bit of time to settle, but they also have to understand what playing for Chelsea is and what it means and what wearing the badge means, and you have to react to that. So our fans are always brilliant, and I can guarantee that the period I'm here for, I'm going to work on the players and try and, develop, get us to where we want to be by the end of the season.
The most important thing in that entire piece was right at the end when he said, the players need to understand as well what it means to play for Chelsea Football Club, playing for the badge. More than anything, whether we get how many wins or I don't know whether if we even get any wins under Frank Lampard, I truly hope that he can instill in the remaining parts of this season to the players what it means to play for Chelsea Football Club. Because one thing about Frank Lampard was that, and all the other players that played during that time, along with Frank, they all knew what it meant to play for Chelsea Football Club. Most of these players really don't give a damn, it feels like. They're okay with losing. They've embraced losing. They've, in essence, they've become losers. I hope this is one thing that Frank can instill onto the players. More than the tactic side of things, more than the vibes and the aura and the desire and the understand what it means to play for Chelsea Football Club and what it means to play for us, the fans. Just at least be honest to yourself. This is what I would say to the players. At least show some pride to yourself now. Play for yourself. Play for your own dignity. Adrian, thank you so much for the super chat. Gallagher was bad yesterday. His demeanor gives off the impression as a player with skill, but in reality, he's just an average squad player that runs. Absolutely agreed. Top Dog RLG, thanks so much for the super chat, my man. Really appreciate all the support, along with everyone that's provided super chats. Much appreciated. Araguna, thank you so much for the super chat. Would you trust the owners and boards higher? Look, this is what we have right now. But I need them to wake up. I need them to start making the right decisions. Too many wrong decisions, especially in the managerial section. They need to start making the right decisions. And the owners need to give the board the authority to make the decisions, because the board are footballing minds there. They need to stop interfering as much as possible. Yes, I'm not saying don't question, understand, but don't interfere too much. Let them be accountable for it. Sack them if they get things wrong. Right now, you're not even giving the opportunity to sack those people. Hold them accountable. You've hired them and you've kept them in the job to do a job. Hold them accountable. If they select the wrong people on a regular basis, then sack them. Sack Lawrence Stewart. Sack Paul Winstanley. Sack Vivell. But you got to hold them accountable first. You got to give them the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button before you go. We're going to wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as you can. We've got well over 300 people. I'd love to get another 50 likes to get to 200 immediately. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Do that. That'll be much appreciated. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.